Hello everyone. So, as a third generation artist, the art world is the only world I know. And in order for me to embrace my world, I have to exist in our shared world, our planet, right? And I need to look after it. There were times, for example, when my art traveled to Hong Kong, Bahrain, and other places around the world for exhibitions. But I did not, in order to reduce my carbon footprint, knowing very well that by not being there in person, I'm jeopardizing my art career. But that alone did not have enough impact. So what would? In order for me to answer that question, I had to do a very thorough research. And these are just some highlights that came out of that research. Did you know that the global art market totaled at $67.8 billion last year? That's a huge amount for the world economy. That should come with huge responsibilities. But does it really? Let's see. For example, if we look at art fairs, carbon footprint of London's visual arts sector, 56% of that, 56%, it's the majority, of that damage is done by audience travel. So just audience traveling to see an art fair or an art exhibition is 56%. Okay, think about that. The other thing that I found out that was very shocking, and this is the latest report. Before that, it was worse. This is sort of the updated, things are getting better, right? New report by Artsy finds that works by women accounted for less than 10% auction sales last year. The actual number is 9.3%. To me, it was a shock. So, with that research in mind, a friend of mine, who is a co-founder of Our Vision, and I took a bold step towards making the art world more sustainable and more inclusive by creating a community where we encourage art galleries and art institutions to be more inclusive and exhibit solely female artists for at least 1 week of the year, 8th to the 15th of June, annually. The reason we also ask galleries to exhibit at their own premises in order to reduce carbon footprint associated with art fairs that travel around the world. The reason why we ask all the galleries to exhibit at the same time is simply because we want to create an impact where it becomes a norm to see female artists everywhere at the same time. And once it becomes a norm, collectors gain the confidence in investing into female artists. And as the market grows, so does the demand. It's as simple as that. There are, of course, challenges. As two women working in the art world, my co-founder and I, we know too well the excuses that we were likely going to face as to why someone might not want to exhibit female talent. So for that reason, we ask support from organizations that stand for the same values as we do. And we make it as convenient as possible for galleries to join Our Vision. We are also very persistent. Something I learned from my son, actually. We all know how powerful persistence of a child is, right? We end up giving them what they want without even realizing it. So our approach has clearly worked. Less than 2 years from launching in 2022, our vision evolved into a worldwide community where galleries participate all over the world, in Africa, America, Central Asia, the Gulf, Europe, and beyond. Suddenly, our vision evolved into a worldwide community. And I say community very proudly because our community extends to everyone involved. It's almost like we have this global impact on a very local level. However, it still feels like we in the art world are not doing enough for our shared world. So I ask myself another question. How can we make sure that all of the art, not just my art or just art by female artists, is exhibited in an environmentally friendly way? And I know for a fact that as I speak to you now, there are creatives, artists, fashion designers, engineers, conceiving of ways to sustain our environment. Ways where no the art or the artist has to travel across the globe, polluting the environment for the sake of art. And if we give those talented people an opportunity to share their vision, just imagine for a second where we have Zaha Hadid, Einstein, and Da Vinci of today collaborate. The potential is limitless. As a wonderful friend of mine and proud supporter of my work said to me, why would you wait to join the table when you can create your own? So with that in mind and help of a vibrant team of quite extraordinary people, we came together to turn that vision into reality. Reality where all of the wonderful minds of today, of now, where all of you, where we can have our own community to collaborate, to create our shared universe. Universe where we stand for community, where we stand for inclusivity, where we stand for sustainability, and where we trust in art. Thank you.